Hey everyone, it's Miss Amanda, and today we're going to learn about a new animal. So today's animal is the third largest mammal that lives on land. So I'm going to help you out figure out which one it could be. The first largest animal is an elephant. Number 2 for the largest animal on land is a rhinoceros. So what could be number 3? What do you think is just as big or almost as big as an elephant or a rhinoceros? A hippopotamus. So today we're going to be learning about hippopotamus, or a hippo for short. So hippopotamus have these nice short stubby legs that hold up their big body. Their body is kind of shaped like a barrel. So it's like a cylinder. You can think of like a can of food is the shape of their body, and it's held by 4 stubby legs. Then they have a large head with a huge mouth. As big and tubby hippos may seem, they are actually in pretty great shape. Hippos can outrun humans. So if you are ever, for some reason, approached by a hippo, you don't even try to outrun him because you have no shot, because hippos are actually pretty fast. As you may already know, animals have different names for the female version, the male version, and the baby version. And some of those names are always shared within different animals. For example, a baby bear is called a bear cub, and so is a lion cub. Both of them are known as cubs, even though one is a bear and one is a lion. So a hippopotamus is a little bit silly with its names, because a boy hippo, the male, is called a bull, and then the female, the girl hippo, is called a cow. Isn't that crazy? And then guess what the baby's called? A calf, just like a cow. However, a group of hippos are called a herd, or a pod, or a bloat. Other than the zoo, hippos can be found in Africa. They are land animals, but you can find them in waters such as rivers, lakes, and swamps. They like to hang out in the water and in mud to cool off and away from the sun. Once they come out of the water, it's usually a little bit cooler out and the sun is going down, and they are going out to eat some grass. Hippos eat grass because they are herbivores, and we already know that herbivore means that the animal is a vegetarian and eats plants. The hippo will spend about 4 or 5 hours grazing grass at night. Altogether in one night, a hippo can eat about 150 pounds of grass. That blows my mind. But when you think about it, it is just grass, so it is kind of like they're on a diet, right? Like I said earlier, hippos have huge mouths. So for today's project, we're going to make a hippopotamus head that has a huge mouth that you can open and close to see his teeth. So in order to do that, we are going to need some supplies. Just like for last week's llama, your main thing is a paper plate. However, you're going to need 2 of them for this project. You're going to need some paintbrush water. You're going to need pink, so I have red and white, and you're going to need gray. That's why I have black and white. I'm going to add a touch of blue just in case you don't like the color. A palette, somewhere to mix your colors, have it. Paintbrush and water. You're going to need a pair of scissors, some googly eyes and glue, a black marker, and you're going to need, I do not have any gray paper, so I think I am going to paint this blue paper to make it grayish, and you're going to need some white paper as well. Alrighty, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take both of your paper plates and you're just going to cut off the edges a little bit. So you're going to make it more of an oval shape than a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can cut them both separately or at the same time. Okay, I now have 2 ovals. One of your ovals is going to be used as its head, and the other one you're going to take and you're going to fold it in half. And this is going to be used as your hippo's mouth that's going to be able to open and close. All right, so on the back of the plate, so you know the bottom of the plate, not where you eat from, you're going to paint it all gray. For the head, you can paint the whole head. And then for the mouth, if you want, you really only have to paint one side, or one half, I mean. So from the back, I'm just going to paint one half from where I made my crease, and I bent it. Okay, once you have your head painted, half or all of your mouth painted, you're going to just let it dry in the meantime. I also painted my paper, so I'm going to have that dry later for when I want to cut it out. While it's drying, I went ahead and I started to cut out some teeth that you're going to need. So if you want, you can do this in the meantime. So while you wait, it's a little less waiting. You do actually do something. You can cut out 2 long teeth that are going to go on the top. You want to make them extra long because then later on we're going to fold the top. And the part that's flat is what's going to be attached, and whatever is left is going to be the actual tooth size. And then you're going to make 2 more for the bottom, and they're going to be the same thing, just a little bit smaller, and it's going to be the same thing. You fold the bottom half, you use that flat half, and that's what we're going to use to attach, and then this is going to be his bottom teeth. In the mouth, once you are all done and it's all dry, you're going to be able to flip it over. And I know mine got a little bit messy, but it's okay. Usually it should be all white, but if it's not, it's all good. You're going to get pink paint, make pink paint, whatever you have, and you're going to paint his whole entire inside of his mouth pink. So then when he opens it, it will be pink, and then when it's dry, we'll attach the teeth that we just made. Once you paint the inside of your hippo's mouth all pink, you're going to be able to fold it up. You might want to wait for it to dry a little bit. Mine's still a little wet, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on. You're going to take your head. Doesn't really matter which one's the top, which one's the bottom, up to you. And you're going to glue it to a bottom half. And then you're going to put glue all on the part that you didn't paint, or if you did paint, doesn't matter. And that part's going to be attached, so then he can open and close his really big mouth. Once you glue that, we're going to attach the teeth. You're going to attach your teeth. Your 2 long ones are going to go a little bit on the outer part of his mouth, over here. And then your 2 little ones are going to go a little bit towards the center. One here and one here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my glue and I'm going to do all my gluing, and then I'll show you what to do next. My hippo now has a pink mouth with 4 teeth in it, and I went ahead and I finished him up. So when I close his mouth, I took my gray paper that I painted and I cut out 2 circles and I glued them behind the top of his head to give him little ears. Then I also glued out 2, like, I would say oval jelly bean shaped nostrils, and I put them right on top of his mouth. And I also took my black marker and I gave him some dots and some googly eyes. If you don't have googly eyes, you can draw them on, or you can glue on paper eyes. And now you have a hippopotamus that you can open and close.